All right. Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that.
No worries. I do not think we have anyone in chat, so not too
Yay!
bad tonight. Hi, everyone. I
Hello.
forget how loud this game is for some reason. Um,
It is, but it's still fun.
it's really good music, but like I will turn it on, and like everything else on my TV, I have to have it like 9 or 10 on the
Mhm.
volume thing, and this I can still hear it through my headphones at like 4.
Mhm.
So like I don't know how they turned the dial up to 11, but this game is so damn loud.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
It's the equivalent of like when you're listening to like music on your phone or device or whatever, and the song changes and all of a sudden it just blasts through your headphones because it's so much louder.
Mhm.
So there's my rant for today. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Kels. I am the moron behind the controller. I'm playing our protagonist, my best girl, a tiny robot doll,
Uh-huh.
a lady who wants to eat everything,
Uh-huh.
and Monomi.
And Monomi, yes, yes. And I play the dark side of dimensions. I am Mana. I play the dark side, I guess, which is a Monokuma in weird ass mobster voice. I guess. That was a weird acting choice, but we're still going with it because I just made an acting choice. It just kind of happened. And I also play Nagito Komaeda, who we just found out dead. And I'm trying to figure out him. I also play Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
And oh shit, I'm blanking. Kazuki Soda, Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
You're getting really quiet.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm forgetting who else, but we'll figure it out along the way.
Exactly. Are you far away from your mic? You're really
Huh?
quiet all of a sudden.
Huh? That's weird.
There you go.
No,
You're better.
Not actually. In fact, hold on. I'm turning up my microphone a little bit.
Okay.
Is that a little better?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna play through here and again try to figure out who killed Nagito because that's the big mystery right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
mhm.
didn't see that one coming. I literally thought he was gonna be one of the few people who was gonna make it till the end. Straight up. So this was a big shock for me.
You know, last game we had Byakuya where we were like, oh my god, this man is the biggest pain in the ass. Like, I hope he dies, except for, like, I don't want him to. And then he didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
And this time they went, you know what? We're going to make the biggest pain in your ass, and then we're just going to murder him.
Yeah. So that was wild. And honestly, because of this particular death, like, not that I don't feel bad for the other ones who did, because I do. Especially my rocker girl, I love her so much, and that was very sad for me. Yeah, because Nagito of all people is dead. Now I don't know what to expect from this game. It could literally be anyone. Yeah. I still think the theory that Chad or me or I forgot who said it, but I feel like he might have done it on purpose or something. Like I don't know. I don't know. It just everything's so sus.
Everything is sus, and it is Nagito. So like, he ran us on a wild goose chase to defuse a bomb that wasn't going to blow up,
and he just wanted to become the ultimate hope. And I think sacrificing himself is on brand for him.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He did like threaten to sacrifice himself like several times before.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did, just because, I guess. Oh yeah, and Fuyuhiko. That's what.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Fuyuhiko, my best boy currently right now because he's the only sane person in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he did it, just for the record. Anyway, so let's start the game.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested.
Of course. So our recap, because we do have a formal recap. Thank you, chat. The password to the ancient ruins was scratched off at the plaque at Nezumi Castle, where we found Nordic spears and everyone split up. After Akane almost choked out Nagito, we searched the islands for the bombs. Ironic that we stopped her there because he ended up dead anyways, but you know. Sonia was busy at the tank while the rest of us tried to defuse Nagito's bomb bluff, where Chiaki seemingly proved she's not the traitor when prompted by Nagito's pre-recorded message. After a fire broke out at the factory, we found Nagito's corpse stabbed by the Nordic spears. The current hypothesis is that Sonia has no alibi for the bomb time when Nagito is claimed to have been killed by the Monokuma file, but also we think Nagito is the only one deranged enough to make his own death this convoluted. Chat also suspects that Chiaki might be the traitor, since we crossed her off the list of potential suspects before we even got to trial, which feels like a red herring. And I'd like to point out, both team and chat are accusing each other's best girl of being sus.
Yeah.
This is the battle of the best girl.
Yup. Because, I mean, Sonia was very sus.
She was. Alright. Shall we get down to investigating?
Sure.
Alright.
And the music got ominous.
I know.
Just...
It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikon's, but it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill.
Wow.
Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. Then, whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's gonna happen? Huh? What's gonna happen? This fraud school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go home.
I'm kind of hoping that he was the murderer, and I know logically he was not, because he's gonna make it to the end because I want him to die.
The more we want something, the less we get it.
Exactly.
Unfortunate. Carefree till the end.
Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends. What do you mean something? He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that? I don't know. But this Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this'll end smoothly with a countdown.
Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
Yeah, I know. Then don't bring up strange stuff like that.
Oh, buddy. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling? Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire. You can see a girder right next to it, right? There. Can you see that red streak? Huh? You're right. I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Or pink.
Yeah.
Is that blood?
Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line.
That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange.
It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Yay, truth bullet! Oh, yeah, I forgot to check on our,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're letting it poop for a bit.
Oh, yeah, because we want it to become Monokuma now.
Yep. We got Usami. Now we need, Monokuma.
One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. Yeah, it's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh.
Laughing probably is not the best reaction in this scenario, but...
If only everyone could go home. Nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish this class trial. Then we can think about what will happen after.
Alright, so let's take a look around then.
Was he inside the Monokuma thing and then what?
I don't know.
What the fuck's happening here?
Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place.
Well,
This
we
is-
threw those.
Yeah, this is probably... those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end.
Yeah, we
The-
didn't put us.
Yeah. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence isn't really all that strange. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach! Hey,
Does Monokuma bleed?
I don't know. It apparently talks.
No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. I'm not dead.
Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory?
Yeah, if you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you.
You're a stuffed animal too.
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. Yeah, what are you calling an oversized garbage?
Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
Yeah, I had nothing to do with it.
Huh?
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
Shit.
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Manami. But you better watch out what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end. I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma.
Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Alright, let's take a look at the body. I never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now.
Ultimate unlucky student, I guess.
Yeah, really. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel?
This knife, it must be from the military base.
Military base? Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife.
Which means, after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand?
And then they finished him off with the spear. How cruel.
Then, does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons? A knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
But that's definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it?
A reason they had to use the spear, huh? Oh, I wonder if the cord on the spear is what caused that line up on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Alright, let's look at his face. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him.
Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me.
Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagito's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off of his mouth.
Okay.
Hey! What are you doing?
It'll be fine. I'll put it right back once I'm done investigating here.
Putting the tape back isn't the issue. You ungrateful swine, you're gonna get cursed.
How dare you call her that?
The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case...
It's no use, she's not listening.
Hey, about the blood splattered on his face? There's no blood under the duct tape.
I mean, some on his chin, but...
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking towards the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape.
Seriously, what's wrong with that?
She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got all those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a little bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about?
I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, this might be some kind of clue, too. I should remember it. Chiaki has no fears whatsoever.
I'd be terrified to go into that body.
There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this one looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep in comparison to his other wounds. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound, and there's blood everywhere.
There's something strange.
Strange. What?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm.
You know, I think chat might have been right when they said he did it to himself. Because he had to have had a fist in order to not get blood on the inside. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered.
Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but...
There's something else that's strange?
When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand, here there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger.
You're right. Why is it only on this part?
See, it's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win.
Yeah, sure. You win.
What do you win?
But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Alright. Take a look at our spear. A spear with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach.
There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A gold extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. So use the cord on the whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear.
Is this your first time looking at this too?
Yeah, of course not. This is the spear of Gungnir, right?
You definitely just came up with that now.
Yeah, by the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from?
I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
Yeah, what? Nezumi Castle? I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice, damn you to hell!
I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, it looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later.
And he did go to Nezumi Castle.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Oh, hello. You have 15-minute break from work. Awesome. Hello.
Hi!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him.
Torture?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing.
Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor? I don't know. I'm thinking he did it to himself, which is so fucked up.
It is. But it is on brand for him.
It is.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that.
Uyuhiko, please, calm down.
Stop.
You don't have Peko with you this time.
Stop it. Get some help.
Exactly. Come on, baby gangsta. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Alright, anything that we've missed? Oh. Nagito's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be a result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it?
No.
My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. I have a weird theory now, and I don't know if it's correct. I've apparently missed something.
Nagito, this torture will force me to confess to Hajime before the traitor can. Oh shit.
It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here...
Oh, an oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Well, they kept very warm.
It's a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire. Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. So using that, the curtain was set on fire.
Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire.
They caused a fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... No, I have a really... I know I said it was really weird before, but I'm wondering if... So we threw those bottles of stuff at the fire, but it didn't make the fire go down, remember? Because the
It made it worse.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if Nagito was suspended from the ceiling somehow.
Uh-huh.
And he had to have been holding the spear counterweight. Because it's got the blood stain, or I guess the not blood stain, and his hand was in a fist. So if he held that, and then as the fire burned, it would have burned the rope on his wrist, making him fall. And then he lets go of the rope, maybe?
Yeah.
And then, he gets impaled with the spear. I don't know how he would suspend himself, though, so... I don't have all the ideas down, but... I'm thinking Nagito did this to himself, and this was all a trap for us.
This is definitely a trap.
Now then...
This is gonna be the crazy comic book.
Oh, this is gonna be awful. I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So, what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. Alright. It's like a Monokuma Rube Goldberg machine.
That or it just looks like a bunch of dominoes.
Yeah, there we go. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? Last time I came here, I seem to recall. They should have been neatly put away.
Maybe we're the ones who made this mess?
Huh?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is... It's fine. I'll open it slowly.
No, that's not the problem.
Seriously, it'll be fine.
With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening? Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it.
I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay?
Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force.
What happened to opening it slowly?
Akane ignored their protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
She said, I do what I want.
Exactly. Could it be... Is that it?
And there's something else I've been wondering. These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line.
Yeah. Compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
Isn't this clearly strange?
Strange. That means... We can speculate this was done intentionally. this thing? An MP3
Oh,
player. Oh, that's right. I
maybe
forgot we
you're-
had like the crazy music going too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
For ominous reasons.
It looks like that weird music was playing from there.
You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started?
Yeah, you're right.
Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from this MP3 player.
I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this?
Cause they're a dramatic asshole.
Cover up for the sounds of, Nagito screaming?
Well, even though I did say I was gonna friggin' kill him, there's no way I would've actually done it. I was just upset, you know?
Looks like this side is completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue here, we might not be able to notice it.
But it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire.
But there was a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy.
Yeah, that's clearly the most important part of that.
Miss Sonia all wet. Oh, she's all drenched and soggy. You were thinking that, eh? I see you.
I wasn't thinking that at all until you said it.
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking how'd you made.
Oh, you're screwing with me.
Oh my, ruined. How lose?
There is no winning.
Oh god. Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second.
Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Like, forever.
Oh no. Well, ignoring that, we'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
Okay, you contributed a lot to this conversation, thank you.
Also, thank you for coming. Monokuma Dominoes. I hope you have a good time.
Thank you! Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey, Sonia, do you have a minute?
Yes, what is it?
I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right?
It's alright. It's not a bomb.
Why did you know the bombs were a fake?
Oh, well.
That's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my. Do you suspect me?
Well, you've been acting sus, so yep.
Yeah, you sussy.
It's a misunderstanding. I'm not the killer. Jesus shit, you son of a bitch.
Whoa!
Sonia?
She snapped! I did not expect that from her. I mean, I make lines that joke like that from time to time. This is the first time I've seen her cut. Like, for real, in her actual dialogue. Oh my god, that's great.
Yes, I am terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain it to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there.
Huh?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time.
Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
As I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found.
And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered?
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought from the military base, which means they were fake bombs.
How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake?
Because I attempted to use one of them.
What?
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
Okay, girl.
I love Monomi down there in the corner.
She just like, the fuck?
Like, why are we doing this?
However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew that the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did know him as well. He was also secretly picking up bombs. If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That's why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it.
Katsuichi's having a real bad day in that photo.
He said yeet.
But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well.
If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it.
With this, I have explained everything. There should be no more reason for you to doubt me.
You're right. I got it. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are so many things I don't understand yet.
You look worried.
Yeah, I am.
At a time like...
Drive post.
Exactly.
Objection! At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range.
You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room as well. If I'm going to understand his reason for his actions, I need to know more about him.
I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating. Hey, you guys! Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too?
In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea.
But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So, we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely.
You don't really need to say that. Then it's okay if we leave this place?
It's okay.
There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality.
That's sad.
That's why there's no time for us to stand around. All right. Let's hit the plushie factory first.
That's the last place we were all together.
Yep. This is technically where we were at our time of death.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. That's an enormous machine, but it's stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to the incident here. Oh, hello, Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
Scare me half to death.
She does that.
That reminds me, when we saw Nagito's video message on this laptop, is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly?
No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's one thing I don't get.
Because he was suspended from the ceiling about to die.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. Right. Besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use. It's locked. There's no way I can examine this. Noob. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life.
Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me. The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here.
Huh?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you think the group that was supposing to killing each other would be devising something like that? A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism. Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it.
Hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Oh, either way, this is all gravy.
All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Stop! There's no bomb! You know, if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is this soft weight of cotton.
You're right. Ugh, that's boring. Anyway, then where did Nagito obtain the bomb that he used?
Yeah, I wonder. If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. Tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
I know that already. You should have just said so earlier.
Yeah, well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that the killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved.
But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon.
I must say, you got a good idea, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
Let's not.
Let's fucking not.
Did I say something I should not have said?
It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. The life-size Monokuma plushies are crammed inside an enormous basket, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. Alright. The break room's on the other side of this door. This is where we obtain the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. Okay. Guess we are out of things to look at then, so off we go.
Whee.
Go outside.
This music is fire, though.
It really is.
Like, I will have to say, the Dangan Ronpa OST is, like,
It's very good.
really amazing. So, musicians, working on the soundtrack, standing O.
Very good. Love it. Alright, let's take a look around. When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty. Nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found.
But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. No, never mind. He said as much in his video message.
So, were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them.
He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck bed.
Ooh, I found it!
Huh? What did you find?
Well, that truck bed over there had guns in it, but I also found, like, stuff like this.
A survival knife? Wait, that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand?
No, which means the killer obtained that knife here. So the killer is someone who visited the military base at least once.
That's everyone, though.
Oh, no, not me. This is the first time I've been here.
That sounds fishy. It does.
Yes.
I have no doubts that he did not kill Nagito, but, you know,
Still sussy.
still sus.
Damn it, this dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these.
It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that.
Deserted.
It's that dreadful helicopter, the one that executed Teru Teru. Doesn't have anything to do with the incident.
Oh,
Alright.
damn.
Well,
Throwing shade.
let's see. Where else to go? I don't remember anything being in here, but I'll take a look just in case.
It's best to explore.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything different.
Yeah. Big ass machine.
Yep. Okay, so we need to check out Nezumi Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to the central island.
Mm-hmm.
On to 4. And we are running so that our TV me will poop.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, buddy? 3 poops. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay. The horror house.
Mm-hmm.
Almost said the horror house. Not quite.
The horror.
Sorry, Monomi.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Not Disney World Castle.
Exactly.
Not Cinderella's castle.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Nezumi does mean like mouse, right?
Yeah, Nezumi is mouse.
Okay.
Or like rat. It
Rat,
can be either.
rat castle.
I don't actually know what the difference is between a mouse and a rat. I'm sure there is some difference, but like, I don't know what it is.
I believe mice might be smaller and they have bigger ears and their tails are skinnier. And I thought that rats had the bigger tails and smaller ears and they were larger. Like the size of a small dog.
Maybe.
That's what I thought.
I don't
I'm
know.
not a rodent expert.
We have the same word for both, so.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Look at all the the wall of spears. I guess it's obvious where the weapon came from. Oh yeah, it's missing.
Yep.
What's there like?
A spear with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. This spear is definitely it, right?
Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. Same whip-like cord is attached to the handle, and there's a weight at the end of it. Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gungnir, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that.
Didn't, like, in the first game, didn't he call the spears that killed Junko the spears of Gungnir? Or am I just making that up?
No, I feel like...
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But
I feel...
why did the killer use the spear and a knife?
Yeah, they could have just killed him with the knife. It would have been easier, too. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use.
I keep looking at his eye with the eye patch on it, and like you can see his eyelashes trapped underneath it, and I just keep thinking about how uncomfortable that would be.
This boy has big eyelashes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on, man, give me your guy liner.
Please.
And your eye makeup tutorial full.
Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. But still, they chose this spear for a reason. What reason could that be?
Because of reasons.
I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. Feeling this strange feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito's trying to make us suffer, even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might find some kind of clue. Or we might find that he's got pictures of us splashed on every wall.
He's
Alright.
our biggest fan.
Let's go.
I don't know if I would be honored for that, honestly. I think I'd be creeped out.
Yeah, I would not be honored. That's not something to be honored by. If there was anyone other than Nagito, like, maybe. But yeah, Nagito can have no pictures of me anywhere whatsoever.
Yeah. He keeps one of you on his wallet.
Yeah, I don't want that.
So he's like, hey guys, I'm your #1 fan.
Oh my god. He would too.
Yep.
Though he was not super impressed with us when we were all scrambling.
Yeah, he's like, ew.
He
You guys
kinda-
aren't, like, having teamwork and shit.
Yeah, like, we were not warriors of hope or whatever he kept calling us.
We were warriors of being a big disappointment.
Exactly.
How the mighty have fallen.
I know. Alright. To his cottage.
Ew. I don't know if
I don't want to see.
Things I don't want to see, but I have to, and I'm forced to now.
Exactly.
But I do like this killer guitar.
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
Very good. Alright.
I love a good guitar.
I'm gonna guess it's the one with Chiaki and Monokuma in front of it.
Hajime,
Oh my, you wanna go inside Nagito's room too? I was just listening to Chiaki's request. she wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to do it while I was licking my black eye.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, then do it. It's sweet because it's made out of black beans.
Hey, we don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
Fine, I guess I have no choice. I just gotta do the... Now then. Baba Balloos. Yeah, see, I opened the door. You can freely investigate now. Yeah. Bye.
This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Maybe the cottage key is computerized? More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open.
Yeah, you're right.
We should hold hands because I'm scared.
Exactly.
We get to hold Chiaki's hand, it's fine.
I need...
What the fuck?
So Nagito was living here. What was he thinking inside this room?
Oh,
What was he
stole.
feeling as he spent his days in here? He got a mini fridge?
Right?
I can't even imagine.
Why don't we have a mini fridge?
I know.
That's discrimination.
It is. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us. No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well.
And he stole Monomi's treasure. Oh hey, Monokuma just
In the bath.
Ew. That's creepy.
Alright. Also, he's got a nice bathroom, like, damn.
Right. What the fuck?
Alright, let's take a look around the room. There's a lot of books arranged here. Did Nagito bring these from the library? In addition to books, there's a bunch of random crap stuffed onto the shelf.
It might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff. Let's just leave it for later.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's raid his fridge.
Exactly. There's a refrigerator.
Nice. My cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from.
Nagito probably supplied it himself.
Why would he go to the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks?
Cold bodies. No.
Yeah, I know. I'm expecting to, like, open the door and, like, Teru's head is in there. As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity.
Oh no.
There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle.
For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right?
Really? Looks like some kind of dietary supplement to me. Protein powder, maybe? Apparently, I can't read.
Monokuma's special poison. The poison to kill Monokuma.
Exactly. I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death? Hey! This is...
Yeah. Looks like it's poison.
Poison?
Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it.
Stop it. If you worry like that, I'm gonna get nervous. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle. Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air and breaks down in minutes, and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So, it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place, in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
This sure does look like a chemical made solely for poisoning someone to death. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure.
But where did Nagito get something like this?
Yes.
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too.
Applied to the bomb?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items.
The octagon inside the funhouse. This poison. He must have brought it with him from there too, right?
He was probably hiding them somewhere in his body during the class trial.
He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial?
Jeez, how dangerous. What would he have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle?
Thinking about it scares me.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison?
Huh?
It looks like the bottle is less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? If so, where did he use it? I wonder, is there still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet?
Well, that's terrifying.
Well,
Another trap?
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using this poison before he died. If that actually exists, it'd be real bad. It could potentially kill everyone on this island.
Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you've died? I mean, he's real fucked up, we'll just put it that way. Oops, not what I wanted. Let's look at the window. The basic layout is just like my cottage. There's nothing about this window that really catches my eye. And here is the bed where he's got the life-size plushie of me.
Where he has the body pillow.
Exactly. Dakimakura.
Yup.
It's the bed that comes with the cottages. It looks just like the one in my room, but
Maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things.
That's where it is.
yeah, like porn. Well, we should still check just in case.
Oh no.
With no expectations and without thinking, I peeked under the bed and... Huh? There's something here.
I'm scared.
It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. It looks like there's something inside. If he pulls out lube and tissues, I'm leaving.
Yup.
What is this?
Okay.
It looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves.
Obviously, Nagito is into roleplay.
These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? A gas mask?
Pretending to be Bonzies.
There we go. A gas mask and rubber gloves. He was hiding these under his bed. What did Nagito use this stuff for?
For the poison?
That seems like it would be most likely.
Hajime, was there anything else under the bed?
Let's see. I peeked under the bed once again and started looking around the area where I found the supermarket bag and... Huh? There's a small piece of paper on the floor. A piece of paper made of blue aluminum?
A round, thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to those seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise.
I get what you're saying, but does that mean this is just a piece of trash?
Who knows?
It might be too soon to decide that.
Maybe it was covering the top of the poison. Why are we touching that?
Our time for investigating is winding down. The bookshelf might take some time to investigate, so we should try examining some of the other areas first.
Alright, let's look at the treasure box.
That we've been ignoring this whole time.
Exactly. A fancy-looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights is totally standing out. Oh, that's right, Monami lost her treasure.
Yeah, and he stole it.
Yeah. Could this be...
You let me know if you find my treasure. It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights. That treasure box.
Yaki, you know about this?
It's really cute.
Oh, she was just reacting.
Oh, baby girl.
This looks like Monami's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monami was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out,
Be a little shit.
might be good to see what's inside.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous.
It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. I turned back towards the treasure box and cautiously opened the lid. Inside, there was a notebook.
Okay.
This is it? Why is a notebook inside this treasure box like it's something important? I took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings, as if they were drawn by children, and entries that looked like chicken scratch. Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. What is this? A diary?
Looks like it. Did Monomi write these?
Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Day 3, day 4, day 5. Page after page of poorly written entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16.
Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go into the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
Huh?
Hajime, did something happen?
Oh, it's nothing.
Hey! Stop! Don't look at my notebook!
Whoa! From out of nowhere, Monomi suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
Yikes.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Guess that was close. If I'd come any later, he would have seen the inside of the notebook. Unfortunately, you were a little too late. But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief? Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student!
Wow.
Hey, that notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right? Diary? It seems that way. That's right. This is my important diary where all my maiden secrets are written.
Maiden.
Hey, you a liar.
You always show up out of nowhere.
So do you. Monomi, it's not good to lie, you know.
Lie?
There's no way you wrote in that notebook. After all, Monomi can't even write.
Huh?
What are you saying? Please, I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
Yeah, no you can't, cause you have no fingers on your hands.
Ah!
Yeah, see, bullseye, I know, cause I'm the same way too. Are you mad? You angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
So that's what this is about. You're seriously trying to crush me.
So what are you saying? There's no way your big brother wouldn't ever crush his little sister.
It looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second.
Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true?
Huh?
He said you didn't write in that notebook. Is that true? If so, who wrote in it?
Well, you know, it's, how should I put it? Excuse me!
Hold on! She totally ran away again.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try to get answers from her.
Still, I really wanted to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Okay, same thing. We good to start examining the bookshelf now? A lot of books. The genres and types, I can't make sense of them.
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart.
Do they now?
I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this.
He has no
So-
personality.
What should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these piles.
That doesn't mean we should just ignore it, though. I'll leave it to you then, Hajime.
Wait, what?
It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be private stuff in there.
Well, that might be true, but
So, I'll leave this shelf to you.
I think
Boy things.
I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. I sighed and walked towards the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items and examining each one.
Now I have to know what his kinks are. Ew.
Porn. Oh look, it's his Hajime x Nagito fanfiction.
God damn it, he wrote it himself.
Uh-huh. But even as I examined them
blood.
carefully, yeah, it's smut. Porn without plot.
Oh lord.
Huh, they were still a bunch of random books and items. There's no way there are any clues here. Huh? Well, that file...
Oh,
Why does that say it's me? It can't be me. Because I didn't receive anything from Monokuma.
Right.
Well, that file wasn't the only one I received from Monokuma.
This is another one.
That seal.
Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy.
Does that have information about our stolen memories?
Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. The file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information.
Nagito said this only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies, too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Katsuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, and Sonya, and everyone who died had pages of information about them, too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. I can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie, too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height and weight, and so forth. But there was one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words, reserve course student. There was no denying it. It confirmed that I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? Why? Why am I here with all the other ultimates?
Hajime, did something happen?
Well, I just found a strange file.
Ah. Isn't that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? As I recall, your student profile should be in there.
It's not just my profile. The profiles of everyone on this island are in here too. Nagito was lying.
No surprise there.
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone?
Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us.
Can I take a look at that file?
Hyaki leaned against me and peered into the file.
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Details?
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy. If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
Then it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
What happened?
I just noticed it right now, but... The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togami. Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Boo, 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 boo. So what if his name isn't written in the file? Perhaps based on that, you think he might be the traitor?
No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious.
Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life is totally wrong. There's completely different reasons.
A different reason?
How should I put this? You guys have been getting all worked up about that Byakuya for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Byakuya doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation.
What do you mean?
You don't gotta ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through them profiles, right?
Huh? My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly, I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ultimate imposter.
That's Byakuya's true identity.
True identity?
It was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent progeny Byakuya Togepi.
A fake?
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no appointment and address, even his age and gender is unknown. Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. There's his talent, though I am not jealous of that at all.
That person wasn't really Byakuya Togami?
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life?
Yeah, his physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled at that.
Then he was lying to us the whole time?
But he couldn't help it.
What? Why couldn't he help it?
Because that was his talent.
Huh?
Well, having talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent, regardless of whether you want that life or not.
In that case, compared to the other ultimates, your life must be a little more liberating.
What the hell?
Anyway, I'm not happy that you guys fell for such a scam that I had nothing to do with. So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Byakuya is exactly the truth.
Then, what was he trying to say to me at that time?
Wow, what a flashback.
I know!
I cannot talk to the others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted, well, in turn, for a long time, my life has been a living hell.
Based on that context, if I had to guess, maybe he was just complaining that he was coerced to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. Yeah, but if you guys had his cool memories, he never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope's Peak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already. So in the end,
it all leads back to memory loss.
Yes. Ah, geez, the Future Foundation sure is awful.
There's no way you should ignore Monomi or the traitor.
Who is it? Who's the traitor? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Yeah, well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys could find out.
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there was wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundations, not a student from Hope's Peak Academy.
You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right?
Yeah, well, probably.
Not sure what probably means, but okay.
Sure. Oh, poo, 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 it's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that ain't a clue. Was it a wise decision? Time's up, you know.
Time's up? Wait.
Yeah, excuse me for a moment. Oh, shit.
Huh? That chime just now?
Yup, it's time.
Yep.
Living? Or oxygen?
Oh.
Time's up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock. I'll see you soon.
Shit.
The last class trial? He said that, right? He said last class trial.
Yeah, I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial.
What do you think? Should we believe him?
Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? And he said something about the killing school trip ending, right?
Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But I can't imagine that it's the real end.
Huh?
I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that.
His real plan? Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first.
You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. I haven't collected my thoughts because we were so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito.
Well, you don't have to worry so much.
Huh?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know?
You're right. Absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone. As long as everyone cooperates and works together. Yeah. If we do that, things will turn out fine. Alright. Off to Monokuma Rock. Has my thing pooped more?
It feels maybe.
Nope.
Nope, still 3.
Still 3.
Wow. That's cray-cray. But I didn't think they would reveal the traitor like that anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like the traitor might be Monomi.
Maybe.
Looks like everyone's here. Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Stop it. You're making me depressed.
You're making me depressed.
so is going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends.
But once we're through with it, we can just go back, right? That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial. But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily. Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it, you know. That's why I'll definitely survive.
You'll survive because I don't want you to survive.
I'll survive despite people not wanting me to.
Yep.
If we really go home after we deal with this class trial, I'll definitely find out who the killer is no matter what, even if I gotta pull all the stops. What the fuck? Why are you here?
You haven't realized it yet? That feeling of wanting to leave this island. Thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh? What are you saying?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse.
Stop trying to jinx us.
Damn right. Stupid rabbit should just shut up.
Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair.
Huh?
I finally realized, after losing my powers, I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it in order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So, I will fight.
What's her deal?
I don't really know, but she seemed different from before.
Maybe she read a self-help book.
But her eyes. She looked so determined.
Yeah, well, what can you tell by just looking at them button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if he started talking during the trial.
Oh, fine.
Oh, poor Minimaru.
I know.
Somehow, I understand what Monomi's saying, I think.
Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
You're right. We need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end.
Roa. Rar.
This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yum yum in my gum. Wow, that's very empty.
I know.
That's so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
I don't want to kill any of you.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us.
This is the ride. Hooray! The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is gonna go smoothly. I mean, I still can't believe one of us was able to do that.
Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials.
Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who have survived need to stand and fight. We must fight. And then the door slowly opened.
How's it gonna be decorated?
This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair?
Or both?
Well then, now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there are only 6 of yous left.
Enough. Just fucking start this already. Hey, this is it, right? This is the last class trial, right?
Yeah, sure is.
Wink wonk. So you guys just gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all. Didn't I tell you he said it? This is the end.
Now then, let's get this class trial started. This is the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other.
This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That curtain is about to rise.
And the curtain's not on fire.
Yeah. Nagito Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he would even help despair just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. But there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but there's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. Well, this is a nice, depressing panel.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says that this really is the last class trial, that's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair, the last one, has begun. Alright, and we will end here for tonight.
Woo!
Alright, so next stream is next Sunday, not tomorrow, but the week after that.
Yeah. This week on for a week.
Yep, we're up for a week, as a reminder. You got any announcements?
No, just, wow, this is gonna be crazy when we come
Yes.
back to it.
Yep. The good thing we didn't have to get into the trial yet this time,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's gonna get crazy. It's Nagito, so like that's just a given.
like we have the bits and pieces of it, but at the same time it's like I honestly don't like. I feel like it's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, oh honey, it's worse than you think. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we saw on face value, but I bet it's gonna be worse than we actually think.
Oh, absolutely. And we have a lot of questions to answer.
Especially like right now, like I said, I'm predicting that Monomi is the traitor. Because technically last time Monokuma was, technically. It was, yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, that's
Well,
the
we had
only...
Mukuro last time.
We did have one.
So, and then Sakura was technically the actual traitor.
Yeah. But like, they could be doing a 2-for-1 deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if nobody's ever seen the Ultimate Imposter before, and they can literally look like anything or anyone.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. You think that the imposter is Monomi?
Yeah, because nobody's seen what they look like. They don't even know what gender they are or like anything. So it could be them.
Yeah?
Yeah. And but see, if they were pretending to be Byakuya, oh man, there's a lot. Like, I don't know how they could be controlling a grown-ass man, you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to control a stuffed animal, puppet, robot thing, whatever they are, but it's another thing to be controlling this big guy, unless they just faked their death somehow. I don't know how. But,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. We will find out.
Yup. Next time. On
Next
Dangan
time.
Rambles.
Exactly. So if you ever need an update, you need a reminder when we're back, the link to our Twitter is below. You can subscribe to us. We generally will post when we're going live. We'll also, and apparently you need to subscribe to us now because we keep doing these random streams. But you know what? Sometimes it's just fun to get together and do things unexpectedly.
Hey, it's called hanging out.
Exactly. Let's see, what else? Underneath that link is our YouTube. So while you're missing us this week, you can always go back and look at the stuff we have played. And yeah, have a good week, everyone. Wash your hands, wear your masks, get vaccinated, and we will be back on Sunday next week.
Next week's
Yes.
Sunday.
Exactly.
That is upcoming.
Have a good night, all. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.